Tuppermona ladies, welcome to or should I say welcome back to the What If Deku was the Infinity Werewolf. Because I labeled the other one was called Werewolf, part 1. This is part 2. So, basically, so Zuko was, he was basically, so where we left off, we were going to UA. They're going to UA. So did talk about like their quirks and, yeah, the, and some of the girls ignoring the guys and paying attention to Zuko, who when he's just like relaxing and he's being all cute. He's not even doing anything. It's just, he was just like listening to some music. Yeah. Or he's just looking outside. And being all cute and all that stuff. So after they arrive, they come out and the Zuko was basically hears some crackling in the noise or in the bushes as he turns around, or he turns and looks at the sound as his ear flopped before, like his ear rotated as all the girls at this point, when they saw what he had, including redhead guy, I forget his name. I always call him Redhead. I think I'm slowly turning into Bakugo when I'm, yeah. So I always put anime blood nose. So, yeah. When the girls saw, when the girls saw his ear twitched, they could not control themselves. Like, they had so much blood coming out of their nose. As he's wondering why. And no, I am not going to do that. So, yeah. So, some of them are covering their faces. Because, yeah. Because Zuko just made one little flinch of his ears, rotated, and like, yeah. And so he walks over to the bushes, as Mr. Ozawa's like wondering why he's doing that. As Zuko grabs a black mist guy, and guess who it was? Kirigiri. He grabbed Kirigiri, and like pulls him out of the bushes. As the villain was basically, it felt like the stuff that he does is like a cartoon, cat, or yeah. And speaking of that, if you guys want me to do the what if Deku had the powers of the mask, the our beloved, or should I say, yeah, the mask from, I know from this one, it's called What If Deku Had the Powers of the Mask. So if you guys want me to make that one, not that one, because I haven't seen that one, but yeah. But the guy, powers, the literal, and no, I am not gonna, give him the mask and turns him all cartoony. He was, his powers, I'm giving Zuko the powers instead of the, putting on a mask and, hey, what's up? Wedgies, stuff like that. So then so let's get back into the what if. So yeah. So Zuko basically was like, gotcha. As he does it in his normal voice. As everyone's, and at this point, including Kirigiri, or actually not Kirigiri, everyone was knocked out. Not because they didn't get hit physically, but mental, or not mentally, basically knocking him out, or knocking them out with the hearts in their eyes and having bloody noses. And yeah. Is on the ground. So, yeah. They're all on the ground. Yeah, they're all on the ground like that. So, they're laying, as 13 is included. So, yeah. So, basically, they actually love him to death thing. Because, so, so then basically, or actually, let's include Kirigiri. Or, so Kirigiri warps away, but he's still, he still has, because Zuko has this weird power that, like, one of his, like, powers of infinity, and he also has the power of zero, but the infinity, one of his powers that he has is cuteness. Like making everyone fall in love with him. And yeah. So yeah. And he's like, it's like every time he does something, and like every time he tries to get on a bus, or like gets on the bus, and there was a lot of people trying to fight each other to, like, trying to sit right next to him because how adorable he is. Yeah. So then so Kirigiri, so they walk in, and or so they basically, every villain, or so portal opens up, villains comes out, and yeah. So then Zuko is like, oh man, I think those are fake villains. No, we don't have fake villains. As they see real ones, those are real ones. So then so Kirigiri warps Zuko into the water, like where the boat is, with his sister. So yeah, he lands right in the water. He jumps out of the cold water, because water to him, like, isn't like toxic or deadly. It was just, he freezes real well, so, or he freezes too cold, so, or he gets too cold in an instant. So when the villains try to drag him down, he turns into a giant icicle. Or actually, he jumps out of the water, so he shakes it off, as he still has water on his tail. Oh, as he says, oh man, that will take probably 20 minutes to, like, dry my own tail. Oh. As he does shaking, but because the power, or everything he does, is basically a cute one. So they're like, as Frog Girl's like, man, you know how cute you are? Yeah, but don't stand too close. Oh, I have my kind side, that's what you see before you, and my vicious side. So then, let's say the Nomu is about to, like, because Zumi just straight up was about to get killed by a Nomu, as Zuko transforms into his, like, his real, or no, not his real self, his self. And he ran and like straight up tackles the Nomu, pushing him off, and like beats us not out of him. But when he scratched the Nomu's DNA, that is supposed to like handle the quirks and the obedience coding, was reprogrammed to like to do anything else. So what does Zuko like when he runs around? He did slice, not like cut all the way through, but he sliced everyone, or all the villains, to be political. Yeah. And he says to them, or he howls like a wolf does, as all the villains that the Shiraki-sen and Kirigiri brought through, came or transformed into the wolf. Oh, into wolves, and like they obeyed him. And they all went and attacked Shiraki-sen. And so, yeah. So, and I know that you guys are probably typing in the chat, and probably in part 1, that, hey, why does he look like the cosplay of or why does Zuko look like he's cosplaying for a person? Or, yeah. So, let's get back into these stories. So, yeah. Basically, so when Zuko was done with his attacks, then, of course, all the, how many was that? Let me grab My Hero Academia, USJ. I'll put villains. So there was a lot of them. I mean a lot of villains that were infected by Zuko. As they all turned into what, spoilers if you haven't seen the manga, they all turn into the werewolf versions of the, kind of like what Spitter does, but with a werewolf thing. Kind of like werewolf versions of it. So basically, this is what it was. So every villain that was at USJ became the werewolf thing. But they still have their quirks, but they can use their own quirks to help Zuko instead. And he goes to his human form. Like he says, he doesn't mind his werewolf appearance thing. I neither of them just like, dude, your powers are so cool. Yeah, as Bakugo says, you have the power to control anyone that you slice. Man, that's cool, bro. And when I, in part one, when I said he was born, or when when Infinity Werewolf thing, you couldn't even hurt him with because he has no weakness. So he's just, if he turns on his friends, then that's it. Everyone would be getting turned into a werewolf, even the vampires, and yeah. So then Zuko went back to normal, or to his human form, as he says, "See," as everyone looks at him, and when I say everyone, I mean everyone looks at him and says, "You're so dang cute." Did you know that? As his face becomes all blushed. So yeah. So he goes. So then a time skip to All Might versus All for One. Because during the sports festival, man, and he took off his shirt and plus how adorable he is. Then he's basically like a shapeshifter, but way worse. He was born as a werewolf, first of all. Not a human, but as a literal werewolf. And he was also born that has a quirk that gives him a human form. So basically, yeah. So he shows his wolf form, and he does use all that, but when he converted back into his human state, that one, and he basically has this beautiful, everyone's as they're cheering, they love him of that. So yeah. So then Zuko ends up being number one. And the fight one, and he asked Midnight if it's okay to, if both, or which one would they prefer, the cute new version of himself or his human, or no, his werewolf self. Is basically his base form, is his werewolf form. It's basically, yeah. I know it's dumb, but hey, that's okay. So they were just for it's basically quirk or using the quirk or none. That's, as Midnight says, well, this is gonna be the fight one, so so better to not use your quirk. Okay? Okay. And so they get to, like, had to, instead of brain dude, because that's the second round. Or no, that's actually the first round after Zuko and the Beast Boy, or I forget his name. The one, not Spitter, but he's from Class 1B, I think. This guy. And yeah, Zuko, is fast and intelligent thing. And he moved around so fast that even, like, man. So the guy is like, man, I'm still stumped about one thing. What? Are you a human with a quirk? Or with a wolf quirk? Or what? Well, first of all, you had it backwards. I'm a werewolf, first of all, with a human quirk, basically. And when he's heard, it's like, imagine, as he says, or Zuko says, imagine yourself, like, imagine you having a beast form. Or imagine you always had to be stuck as a beast. Yeah? But it's like reversed. Oh, I see. So you're a werewolf that has a human quirk. Or quirk as a human. Yeah. Huh. Good to know that. So then, yeah. I don't see how... Okay. Good. So, yeah. So, Zuko... Basically... I am not going to spoil the rest, but for the final, like, after thing... was Zuko got first place. And he was in his, like, normal form. Like or not normal form. He was in his human form. And when he, like, posed, everyone from the stadium, including the students, was basically fell over fell out of their church, first of all, and ends up shooting blood out of their noses because how cute he was, as everyone and it all, like, flooded the entire, like, thing. It basically flooded the entire sports festival bowl thing. Yeah. As everyone's like, Man, and with that, so many blood stuff coming out of people's noses. Yeah. So, and yeah. The he so my Ursozuku was basically was the cutest one in the world. It was so cute when yeah. Now I sound like Himado. It sounds. I sound like doing like a Himago Toga. Rest in peace. But I mean, I'm still sad about that. So, but instead of me talking about it, let's do this. So, yeah. So Zuku ends up, you know. So every pro hero was choosing like every single one, but they chose. They were like, accept us, and like everyone was basically wanted Zuko to be the yeah. So yeah. So yeah, basically everyone. So yes, I'm doing a time skip to all my verses all for one. So yeah, Zuko or so all my or no, all for one had a power in order to try to kill basically it one shots everything. No matter if it was a person was immortal. But the quirkless part of Zuku's is wasn't like gave him the ability of being quirkless. That's first part of the ability. But its full name is actually quirkless of reincarnation. So basically, when Zuko does die from like if he would and I know you're all probably saying, hold on, you said he can't die because bullets can or touching him by using like fingers, like basically Ochako, oh, or like decay quirk can't even like destroy him. But how about lasers? Well, lasers has no effect unless there's a special kind of laser. That's what All for One has. So All Might was down but not out, as All for One says, time for you to die. As Zuko was in his wolf form and he ran fast and the laser was already shot off thing as Zuko took the hit as the Zuko's entire body got obliterated and then so yeah, but dumb luck. And when All Might looks over and sees a dead corpse on the ground, or like half a body with a green tail, as he knew who it was. Zuko jumped in a way to like protect him. So then All for One's like, huh, you've been and saved by him, by monsters, or by a lonely monster that doesn't know his place. So then everyone that saw Zuko sacrificed his own life to save All Might's was up in arms. Like villains here, or so villains, other pro heroes, and the citizens were throwing soda cans, beer cans, TVs at All for One. And Zuko's is quirkless reincarnation activated before. So when he and his skin so when he came back to life, he still has his werewolf power, like his wolf form, like his original form. But now it's more toned down about. So he still has the cuteness of. So this is what he still looks like. So now they both, like, his quirk that allows him to turn into a human. Got, like, infused to, or like upgraded into the abilities. So now he has a power to transform from human into a wolf. Or no, from wolf into a human. But the quirk, after he died, he came back to life. He still has, like, memories of what happened. But then his quirk also did, like, switching his wolf form into his human form. So basically it switched. So basically he has now a human body permanently. Or human body, but he can transform into a wolf. Basically it used to be from wolf transform into a human and then back again. But now it's just reversed. He can transform into a human. He can transform into a wolf, then back into a human. So yeah. I know it's confusing, but stay with me, okay? So, yeah. Let's see how long this video took. So, yeah. So, basically, Zuko still has the ears, and he still has the powers of Infinity and Zero, and his quirks. And plus, the power that allows him to, like, basically switched his, basically from wolf to human, and it was temporary, so it went back after a couple days. So then Zuko was like, huh. And guess how many days after the All for One time skip to 4 days. So yeah, Zuko, or so Ochako and everyone wants him, but Toga, or not Toga, I Ochako, I meant, not Toga, because if you guys want me to do a what if I, like real me, was in My Hero Academia universe, there is probably, it would take place in an alternate version. It would still be the same thing as in canon, but there would be me and like, yeah, all that stuff. So that's number 2 option. Number 1 is basically give Zuko the masks his powers, or yeah, I already have a character all set up for it. So yeah. So then let's continue. Zuko was basically, so he tries to get out of the situation of, because every girl was trying to ask him out, um, and he's trying, and he's gets out of the him like trying to get out of the that mess thing. So yeah, he jumps all the way to on top of UA to like keep himself away from the crazy girl things. As Ochako does fly up there, by using her own quirk to like, and he's like, as Ochako says, I know that you're basically a cutest one, but as she even told Zuko that how she felt about him before, and you really love me that much when we were just 3 years old and when we first met. Yeah. Yeah, so then, sure. As Zuko accepted Ochako. And so everyone was like, she's the luckiest one. So Momo she did ask her, or no, or Momo and Ochako did ask Zuko, because both of them actually did had a humongous crush on him, or on him, from when they first met. Yeah. So he accepted both of them. So they both like, as he tells both of them that Zuko, or actually Zuko tells both of them, I hope that both of you accepted who I am, like as he said, or as Ochako says, or actually both of them has seen him in his wolf form before, and both of them says, we both accept you as the wolf form, and plus we don't care if if you were in your wolf form or your human form. So then, yeah. So then they get married, and there's this one anime that is called anime. Give it some time. Sorry for it, internet is slow. Oh. So, yeah. Yeah, so it's called, I'm trying to remember the name of it, and let me delete that, and then, let me turn that on to see if that works. That's weird. Oh. So, both Ochako and Momo had one kid each. Basically, or they had bunch, but I'm just using these two. Oh, so yeah. So because they got married and they both had like 6 kids, and they all had similar features to what Zuko had, and plus some of them have Ochako's is like gravity one that activates her quirk, or activates their quirks, and yeah. The basically, yeah. And some of them have creation, just like their mother, Momo. And yeah, the stuff that they do is crazy enough. Even for me. So, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna put that on. Okay. So, yeah. So basically, all the kids does respect him as he shows his like. Basically, he stays awake so that his kids doesn't, because he knows what his kids are about to like. He thinks about they do, as he does tell Momo and Ochako and Inko that I'm gonna stay awake until the kids fully fall asleep. Really? Yeah, because when I was that age, when I was a toddler, when I was hungry, I just jumped out of the basically I jumped out of the crimp and went and ate some of the food from the pantry. And then went back to bed. So, yeah, he does that to like to make sure they're all fed equally and not like, yeah. And yeah, so now this is going to be the end of the video. Please leave a like, share, subscribe. Peace out, y'all, and perfect time. This is my original plan was to reach a 50-hour mark. So peace out.